everybody. Here we are again, trying this live, giving you information about what it was like to be on a commercial shoot. The actors are responsible for everything, and I want you to know how you have to create with the creative team, and I'm going to bring you through the whole process. Oh, someone loves my tortoise shell glasses. At least you can hear me now. Let's see. Okay, let's get them on again. They're coming on again. Hi again. Thanks for sticking in there, guys. Okay, I hear you. Maybe we should do this quickly while we can hear each other.
Yeah.
So we're going to start with following directions, how you know how important it is to follow directions, and maybe how specific, what you came across. What do you know as actors? You know how to give in a good home audition.
Well, our agency, Lovestone Agency, Jamie was like, you have to follow the directions, otherwise they're just going to throw your tape out. And so we definitely took that to heart. And we just wanted to, make sure that everything was all right. We had to fill out a form and then label it exactly as they wanted it labeled. Not too busy of a background. Yeah. And is it, oh no, it's frozen again. It's frozen again. Or, I mean, it's not frozen. We can't hear you again. Lovestoners, yay, Lovestoners. Oh, baby. Maybe we'll have to do this another day. What are you doing?
Can you hear us?
I have to do this.
What is happening?
This is real life. This is Are you sleepy?
Okay. Just keep telling your story.
Oh, okay.
So everything came in. They were very specific about what directions they wanted. Like Danny said, everything to where how the file should be delivered and how. Okay, they can hear me. They can hear us.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Okay.
Let's keep going.
So
yeah, Jamie texted me.
Like Terry and Danny said, they wanted for some reason the file, the way that you name the files is very important. They wanted underscores and then the last name. Generally, for this particular spot, they just requested that our lighting, we had good natural lighting. They wanted us to shoot in the house, so we just had to find some place in the house that had relatively, even and good lighting. And they just asked that we deliver through WeTransfer.
Yes.
And
Jamie also said, make sure you get it in early, because that was really important. If they say 5 o'clock, get it in as soon as possible.
Yeah, I mean, the difference, there's a lot more technical details than just, of course, just going in. They wanted us to deliver in WeTransfer, and they had 3 separate files. I think she's calling us or calling you.
Oh, okay. Terry, hi. Okay, we'll put you on speaker. Maybe that'll.
I wonder what's going on.
Can you guys hear Terry on the phone now?
Yes, we love Asian American talent. Oh, yay! I thought it was yes, we can hear you.
You can't hear us now? You can't hear us?
Can you guys hear Terry on the phone? Yes, they said.
Anyone hear me?
They said yes, we can.
They can.
Yes. Okay, so let's continue this way. They can see you and hear you now.
We'll just put Danny's phone next to my phone.
And can you hear Jeff and Danny? Guys, can you hear Jeff and Danny?
I think so.
So they can hear everyone.
Yes,
the phone.
All right, we just can't hear. I can't hear you.
You can't.
But I'll keep the phone on.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. All right. Sorry about the baby, guys. But
okay, I have the speaker on. Okay, so tell us about the directions. How you know you have to follow directions.
As we said, like from Lovestone, they just relayed that it's important that we follow directions. So, in particular, they sent us an email regarding the audition first, and there were 3 things that we needed to transfer to them. One was the video on its own separate file, again with the underscores. The other one was a questionnaire on a Word document that we had that they didn't want it. They didn't want it on camera. They just wanted us to fill it out manually. And then they wanted certain information on the body of the WeTransfer email. So those are the 3 things that we need to submit for the audition.
I know why she's cranky. She pooped. I have to be back. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
It's all you.
Okay.
I'll be back.
So, what else was there? So they. Sorry, there's a lot going
Called
on.
improving.
There's a lot going on here. So after the audition, the questionnaire was just general questions about Danny and I and everything else. So on the first audition, the tape that we sent in, we just basically had, they asked, again, it was mapped out, bullet pointed, exactly what we needed to do in the video before we got to the audition, exactly what we had to do for whatever the spot was. For us, since there was a baby, it was who Danny and I are and the baby's age. And then we did the audition, and then our dog came in on the audition too, and he ended up booking as well. And that kind of took us to the callback.
Yeah, so we all know at a regular callback, you come in for us, and there's a lot of coordinating. So how did they handle the callback?
The callback was similar to the way they handled the shoot. They gave us a certain time, and they asked us to come in maybe 5 or 10 minutes early through Zoom, and we were put in a virtual waiting room. So we had to wait until they were done with whoever was in front of us as far as the callbacks go. And we were there for a while, and then again, they took our information, and then we were transferred again to the session runner. As far as where we shot the callback, we just, now that we had an idea of what we needed space-wise for the audition, we kept it similar in the same room, but we kind of catered the camera angle. We actually, the callback we did on our laptop, on our computer, just because we could adjust it a little bit more. And again, we shot in the same room. The general thing was just like even lighting in the house and everything else for the callback.
So one of the questions actors ask me is, how neat should I make my house? And I always say that you're not going to a location that they've picked anymore. They're using your home as the location.
Well,
so my answer is, don't make it sterile, make it look livable, but yet, neat. What's your experience on that?
Danny and I differ on kind of how the house should be in general, but is this for the shoot itself, or are you talking about the audition and the callback?
At the callback. We'll get to the shoot in a while.
We tidied up a little bit, but from the angles that we shot, I think that it's just as livable as they want. Because when they book you, they're going to have the art department come in and help you dress anyway.
Yeah. So let's stay with the callback. So there were several families involved in the final shoot, right?
Yeah.
How many families?
Danny, I want to say, I think 12. Danny says 12.
12
12.
families?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So at the callback, they tell you a certain time to log into Zoom, and then they put you in a waiting room.
Yeah.
Is that how it goes?
Yeah, the way, I mean, everyone, it's a whole new process. So everything was sent in mass emails with a PDF with everything we needed to know. Just a breakdown of everything, all our times, the Zoom links, everything that would be going on in each Zoom call. So yeah, just pre-production, everything was just kind of everything. Like we're just involved in everything rather than just the way normal things are done.
Yeah. Someone just asked if anyone came into your house. Guys, no. The whole thing is it's all done virtually. So you'll see when Jeff gets to the actual shoot. Very, very important, guys. Stay on, because you're going to find out all the technical things that you as actors are now going to be involved with. Okay, so we're still on the callback, and they put you through a scenario like where to move and what to do.
They gave us directions specific to the spot that we shot.
Okay, and how long would you say you were actually online with them watching you doing what they asked you to do at the callback? It wasn't
any longer than a typical callback. Maybe 5 to 10 minutes. They gave us an adjustment.
Okay.
They gave us an adjustment. But it was like 5 to 10 minutes, maybe 15, but it wasn't
Okay.
Yeah.
Someone is commenting that you mentioned an art department. Yes, guys, what actually the end result is that you as actors now are going to be involved sooner than later. There's a lot of departments that are involved. There's the producers, there's the location scouting department, there's an art department, there's a stylist, wardrobe, and so on and so forth. So hang in there, and we'll get more to that after Jeff finishes with this part and we get to the booking. So do you want to say any more about the callback?
Can you talk about how the actors were on deck? They were
For the callback?
Yeah, they would put them in the, oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's all.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We did. Okay. So you get booked. Yay! Everyone loves a booking. Casting directors love to give out bookings. So lots of hearts with the bookings.
Thank you.
So what happens now? I think it starts where the casting director sent you a guidebook that you generally look over. Was that like the start of it?
Yeah.
Before you talk to all the departments?
They sent everybody a guidebook with a tentative schedule of all the Zoom meetings we would have leading up to the production day, to the shoot. And again, it changed. Like they just said, remain flexible, and that they were trying to figure things out as well, because they were relatively new to the process. But everything was very thorough. Like as long as you read it and you just follow it word by word, it's pretty simple. They walk you through everything. They do a pretty good job of doing that. In our case,
So, someone just asked if you're shooting with your own equipment. We're going to get to that. The answer is no, but we're not on the shoot yet. We're on preparing for the shoot. Okay, go ahead.
So the first day, I think they had everybody come in on a Zoom call, and they explained the PDF file. They told us what was going on, like step by step, what meeting was going to be. I think the first meeting was with the producers to like a location scout in the house. That was the first meeting.
Yeah.
And then the second, which was on the same day.
Now, let me just stop you. The location scout in the house.
Yeah.
Guys, the location scout didn't actually come to their house. They had to go around with their computer or their camera. No one actually came to the house.
Yeah, and it was
Okay.
they gave us they said
People are still asking, did they equip you with this? Did they equip you with that? We're getting to that, guys. Stay on with us. We will tell you about the equipment and everything they sent to the actual shoot. We're not up to that yet. Good questions.
So to prep us for the locations, again, they went 3 locations. It was the same general for the callback as it was for the shoot. Something with 3 locations with relatively good lighting. And again, everything's through the phone. Like everything that I say where it sounds like people are coming over, they're here. Everything's done through, it was done through Zoom. They did ask us if we didn't have it to download Zoom to our personal phones. I think that was the only app they asked us to download if you didn't already have it. So then after that, so there was a morning meeting, and then they had the meeting a couple hours later, whatever our scheduled time was for the location. And then there was a gap between there, I think was the rehearsal, the next one with the director?
Yeah, it was.
The next one's a rehearsal with the director, but between the location scout and the director's rehearsal, they asked us to do wardrobe. So they asked us
Okay,
to,
so far you had several meetings, and they each took about an hour, right?
The first day we had 3 meetings, which it took didn't really take an hour. I think the rehearsal probably took the longest. None of them went over an hour as far as pre-production. Yeah.
So you had location, wardrobe.
Wardrobe was just pictures that we sent to them.
Yeah.
They just sent it to us.
But let's talk about the different departments. You had a location department, a wardrobe department.
And then
what?
And then we had a rehearsal with the director. And I think the next morning around there was with the with the art department. They wanted to dress our
Director, art department. So that's 4 departments.
Yeah.
And technical.
So let's talk about your rehearsal, because you were moving around. Was it your kitchen area?
Yeah, the rehearsal was, it was our kitchen area, because once we decided, there was a technical meeting too that I skipped. We had a meeting with, the camera.
So that's 5 departments. 5 departments. So you can see as actors, you're much more privy now and part of the whole production.
Yeah. So, I'm sorry, Tara, what was the question? Backtracking.
So the location, was it in your kitchen area? Because I would imagine when he was going over blocking, then you probably had to keep deciding where you're going to put the equipment that we'll get to, guys, that they finally sent you. We haven't gotten to that yet. You didn't get your equipment yet, right?
No, we didn't get the equipment. We actually got the equipment the next day, the following day.
Okay, so stay tuned, guys. We'll talk about all the equipment that they were sent.
Yeah. So, after we met with production about the location, I think they told us where we wanted to shoot. Yeah, and then, I think, did they decide on the spot? They decided that we should just shoot in the kitchen, right? And then they talked about it later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but we ended up shooting in the kitchen. Everybody was different. Yeah.
Okay. Great. So that's the rehearsal, and then what happened?
Oh, the rehearsal.
After that.
Actually, the rehearsal. What they did in the rehearsal was they set. We must have already had the cameras in, because during the rehearsal too, we did. We had the cameras actually the morning of the meetings, and during the rehearsal we set camera angles.
Okay, so let's talk about what they sent you to shoot.
Okay, for us,
how you received it, and your direct. How did they stay in touch with you for you to know what you're supposed to do with this equipment?
They texted Danny to communicate. They sent a courier over to deliver it, and they just left it on our porch, and we went and we just picked it up. That's how we handled the exchange. It was contactless.
Yeah.
So once we had that, we unpacked the box.
And what did they send you? Sometimes they send cameras.
Yeah.
What did they send
For
you?
us, we had 2 iPhone 11s,
Mhm.
a short little like Gorilla tripod that wraps around with the legs, and then they sent us a small mic that plugs into the iPhone, a directional mic.
Yeah, someone had asked about the
Yeah.
mic. So
Yeah,
yes, whoever asked that question, this is what they sent.
Yeah. So everything was kind of, it was, this one was shot on iPhone. I've heard they sometimes they send other camera equipment, but for us it was 2 iPhone 11s.
Okay. Then, someone else did a shoot too. They're saying they sent that. By the way, whoever else has shot commercials already, please email me at projects, projects, projects at berlandcasting.com, and we'll talk. Okay, so they told you then they told you how to set it up, right?
Well, they set it up. They had us test our network connection on it. Everything that we needed was on the 2 phones, all the apps. So we didn't need to download any other apps. It was already on their phone. But what we had to do was they had to test our network connection for uploads at the end of the shoot. So we had to take a screenshot of our network speed. They gave us a rough idea of how to do everything on the phone, so we're prepared for the shoot. They taught us, well, they told us which way to face the mic, just all technical. They were very systematic with everything, so it was really easy to follow.
Okay, then you had to set the phone up, the camera up, so they could get the shot that you decided on earlier, right?
Yeah, for us.
And did you have to block everything off and tape it and?
Yeah, we spiked everything.
Remember?
We spiked everything with tape, and we tried a few different angles. We had 2 angles. I think some people, it was I know we had 2 angles, so we had to. We did have to spike everything with tape, and we kept it on there until the shoot. So we had tape everywhere because we didn't know. The first run through with camera, the director wasn't there, so we just kind of put tape marks, and then we met with the director on the shoot.
Who ran through the first run through with you?
The technical director and I think the producer was there.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, so then they're all ready, so the director can now step in, right?
Yeah.
And actually start the shoot. Right?
Yeah.
And what was that like when you actually started shooting?
The shoot was, like I said before, there wasn't as much waiting because we were scheduled. Like everything was scheduled. So we showed up on our appointment time. Everything we actually started early. Like I think we shot right before they went on lunch, and they called us a little bit early to see if we could set up. And then we did that. It went pretty smoothly. The whole shoot probably took about 45 minutes the first time because we did have to do pickups.
The same day you did pickups?
We did pickups actually, 2 days ago. Yeah.
We didn't know we had to do pickups.
Yeah, we didn't know we had to do pickups at the time.
Okay, we'll get to the pickups. Yeah. We'll get to the pickups after. So from what I understand, because I've talked to you before, we had a little chat before, guys. Just like at a shoot, the clients are watching it, and there's something. Tell us what was going on. Like somehow the clients were seeing in real time the shoot, and I'll tell you, on a regular shoot, the clients are sitting back there, they're watching you, and they say, oh, would you please change that shot? Or I want something more on the counter, like something more baby-friendly on the counter. Or can you change the angle a little bit? So that happened with you too, but on a regular shoot, someone steps in and does all that. But on these kind of shoots, the actor has to redo everything. So tell us a little bit about the clients readjusting and how that affected you as actors.
So
you're involved, guys. You're all involved as actors.
Well,
now.
since we're basically the crew as well, because we're the only ones here. Yeah, with the client interacting, everybody's watching on the Zoom call. It's a big. They set up like a seminar on Zoom and everything, and they're remotely connected to both iPhones, so they could see everything that was going on. So we did have to hold for adjustments because there's a lot of back and forth between whatever the director set up and then the clients. We did a lot of adjustments that way. They would ask us to move the camera, change the angles mid-shoot, adjust how just where the baby was. Again, angles of where we need to enter. Just everything is it's just online. It's just kind of doing everything. The actors doing a lot more because there's no crew.
And it was funny because Jeff did most of the technical stuff, which I appreciated, but he was also wearing the baby at the same time. And I was trying.
So you had a lot to juggle.
So yeah, there was a lot to juggle because since it was both of us, they didn't want, because we had to flip the screen on the phone, so I couldn't see the playback. So it was a lot of, tilt, so I just had to trust them without any reference. They did ask me to put the Zoom on my personal phone, so I had it below the camera where I could see kind of reference shots. But again, it depends on the connection or anything, whether there's a lot.
Yeah.
But it was pretty consistent. Like I don't think there were any hiccups at all. It was just a lot of waiting for everyone to communicate what they wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were good about working with nap times. And
so for the baby, not for you, for the baby.
Yeah. So that was one thing that we appreciated, was they wanted to know when, they wanted to work around everybody's schedule, which I think had to do with when we were scheduled and everything else.
Right. So. Yeah. Well, we do. We always did that with kids. So I think it's just fascinating that before this all happened, you were actors, you'd show up on the set, everything was done for you. You just do either, if you had words, your words, and concentrate on your acting. But there's so much to concentrate on now. It's like amazing. You have just so much to do. Yeah. And it sounds like an actor, even though they are holding your hand and they are bringing you through step by step what to do with the equipment, I mean, it sounds like you can't be afraid of it. Like if someone...
Yeah, you can't. I mean, there were a lot of adjustments. Like they sent us what they sent us. Sometimes they need a higher angle, so you'd have to put the camera on books or whatever you had. They had to ask us what we had around the house to make these small adjustments, camera-wise.
Yeah,
I think it's good to have that insight too. As an actor, it gives you like the whole picture, not just your part. You're doing like all of the jobs, and it was really insightful to get.
Right. So, so then you found out you needed pickups.
Yeah.
On another day, so I imagine, of course, they had to resend the equipment and. What was the process for that?
That process was a lot easier just because, I remembered everything that happened. I knew where all the apps were. The phones, they sent me the same phones. It was the same equipment that we got, was delivered by the same courier. And again, it was the same process. The same. They just wanted. It actually was different angles. The pickup was two more different angles that they wanted. And it was the same thing, minus the technical call. They just asked us to frame it as close to as it was before, and then they just tweaked it from there.
Yeah. Someone is asking something very interesting. Did you get paid for the crew work? Yes, as casting directors, we're starting to realize too, by the way, guys, how much the actors are doing. Did you get paid for the crew work?
No, I don't believe so. No.
Yeah.
We had to do everything as much as far as design. We had to go and tape off all the labels. We had to look for any.
Oh, that's
branding.
really interesting.
Yeah. So our refrigerator,
The
our dishwasher,
designer.
everything.
Yeah.
We had
Remember, guys, before the shoot starts, there's a designer who goes over it just to make sure no branding, right?
Yeah.
Or
All the branding had to be blocked.
Yeah.
And the baby Bjorn couldn't have the label on it.
Yeah, everything we just had to be taped over.
Yeah. So, in closing, actually, everybody, guys, I'm a blog writer for Casting Network's newsfeed, and I did write a blog on this that's coming out next week. But Jeff, you said something interesting, which is how I ended my blog, that it was a good experience, and you told me why. Do you remember why you said this is a good experience? I think the actors would love to hear this, if you remember something about what you said.
I don't think I remember what I said.
To do all of the...
I'm not sure.
Basically, more of an understanding of the process.
It's more of an understanding of a process. Like, I've always been interested in a lot of different things in regards to filmmaking. So it's good to understand the process, and now you have an idea of what everybody's doing. And I think overall, most people don't take anybody on set for granted, I like to think, but it's good to understand what other people are doing. And you think about also how this pandemic's affecting those people, because we're doing their job, they're not working. That's what it means. Yeah. So it just gives more appreciation to just everything, all the hard work that goes into it, all the departments. Just how everybody's important. And even it was exhausting for me, especially with the shoot with my daughter. It's to juggle all those hats, and I think I saw a comment where it's hard to do the technical stuff and then go back to acting, just back and forth. It's challenging, but that's that's something that we have. That's the reality in
and
this
with the baby
now.
Thanks for
actors. I mean, we as casting directors, we always appreciate you. You're the ones who make us look good, and we appreciate you even more now. And just bringing to light how much more involved you are, and whoever thought. So this was really, really, really great information. If there's any questions that I didn't get to answer, because I'm trying to really be with Danni and Jeff and kind of reading the questions too, email me at projects@berlandcasting.com, and I can get to answer any of your questions there. Jeff, is there anything else you want to share or tell the actors? You're really an inspiration.
No, I think what helped us a lot in this situation is it goes down to like just creating your own content. You have you end up with a basis of what you need to do, and just thank you everybody. Like, we really appreciate the support from this community, and we appreciate Terry for having us on the call, and Lovestone. We just appreciate all you. Like, we love you all, and especially we didn't think that we were going to be working when this all happened. Like, we had no idea. So the investment was well worth learning, and we're going to come out of this knowing a lot more.
Fantastic. Very, very moving. Very inspirational. We're going to keep doing these, I call them acting tips and chats, because we do want to stay connected as community. I always did, but it's more important now than ever. So thank you for saying that, Jeff.
Yeah, thank
Jeff
you.
and Danni, have a great weekend. Have a great day. Danni, come in and say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.